Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's group of readings. Probably from the thumbnail you can see that we are going to be receiving messages from the Oakmen, and this is something that I know many of you have requested off and on for a little while. If you're not familiar with my channel, stay tuned and you'll understand the Oakmen a little bit better. Those of you that are familiar with the channel, this may be something that you might be quite excited to hear and receive from. To be honest, I would have loved to have heard from the Oakmen as well too, but I was not connecting with them, whether that was because of me, because of them, because of, I don't know what. It's just the messages come when the messages come. So this is the week of the Oakmen. The Oakmen are going to be speaking to each zodiac sign as we work through, and starting with Aries all the way to sweet Pisces. I will put, if you're not familiar with the Oakmen, or even if you are and you would like to kind of relive some of the readings that they have given us in the past, at the end of this reading there'll be options where you can choose another video of mine to click on, or you can choose like a series of videos that come from my video library. The Oakmen have their own library in my video assortment, so you can go right there and you can see them. The Oakmen came to us, they pushed through a message. Actually, it's quite funny that I was doing for Aries at the time, and at the time it was the first time that their energy had come through, and it was just a general reading for Aries, and I didn't realize what it was at the time, but it was all actually leading up to the start of the pandemic, and they were really showing us massive changes that were about to occur, tower moments, false emperors falling all around. It was quite fascinating. And they took us through most of the pandemic, and then they just sort of like faded away, to be quite honest. I want to say in the last 1.5 to 2 years on my channel, and now they are here, and I could not feel more, I guess, in alignment with the urge to speak with the Oakmen. Their card is sitting here with the first zodiac that I'm about to do, and the sun is shining through the card and through their eyes. So here we are, my friends, and the long-awaited Oakmen. Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy, and the Oakmen, of course. So what we're going to do to see what the Oakmen want to talk to you about, we're going to go into the Shaman Oracle deck, and then we're going to go into the Goddess Oracle deck. So let's just get right into it for Cancer, my Cancerians. All right. The Oakmen speaking to Cancer at this time. The Oakmen speaking to Cancer. I keep hearing like a proclaimed vision, so I don't know what that. Just keep hearing that for you. The Rainmaker, like a blessing. I'm hearing 3. I'm gonna pull 3 out. Beauty Way. A blessing taking you with a Hunter. The Corn, many paths, and the mystical shaman. The Corn, many paths. So right away with the Corn, I know I haven't said anything about on the table yet. Give me a minute. We're going to go there. The Corn and the many paths feel like, you know, when you're in a cornfield, or I don't know if you've never been, it's hard to see because the corn is so tall, but they're all in rows. And there's, you know, if you think about it, if you're traveling through a row of corn, and let's say there's somebody else in the corn and you're like trying to find them, you know what? You just need to both walk to the end of the row because you're going to get out. You don't have to push through the corn. Just follow the path, because it does feel like many different paths here, but they all lead to one place. Now I'm trying to figure out what you're being led to. So now that's the other thing. Because the cards that came out on the table to me is, so, okay, it's as if you receive some sort of a blessing. Some sort of a blessing, you receive this. And the blessing comes to you in some manner that makes you feel like, oh, this is a wonderful direction to go in. I'm going to go down this path. I'm going there. It's okay. I'm going to say, but I don't feel like it's bad or negative, but it just like, I'm seeing Little Red Riding Hood. Okay. So it's almost like, like, okay, actually it's an excellent example of exactly what I'm getting here. It's as if like Little Red Riding Hood has, oh, look at somebody brought all this fresh bread and muffins and cakes. I'm going to put them in this basket because my granny would love that. And she's older and she can't make that stuff. Seems like you receive a blessing. So you have this blessing and then, oh, I'm going to go down this way and I'm going to share it. But it's like the big bad wolf is in the cabin. But it's almost like the big bad wolf sent the bread or the muffins knowing that you would take them to grandma because it's hunting you. This energy is hunting you, but in a very indirect way. Actually, I want to say, no, from the perspective of the hunter, it is very direct. It's a very direct energy, but it is very sort of covert. It's very covert. Now, what I'm getting though is, I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel, okay, I just got to tell you, it doesn't feel like dangerous or that somebody has bad intent towards you. I don't feel that. And I wish I could tell you why, but I just don't. So, because now it doesn't matter what path you take, right? I said that with the corn and the many paths. It doesn't matter what path you take to get to grandma's house because it knows you're going to grandma's house, right? So this energy doesn't have to wait for you or try to connect with you along any particular path. Because whichever road you decide to take, they all lead to grandma's house. But you receive a blessing. So that's the first indication that you're being led somewhere. It could be the universe. It could be like too, I mean, you have the mystical shaman here. So somebody's manifesting you. Because to the shaman, the way, like what's being projected off the shaman here, it's an image of someone else. Well, so also this, like a shapeshifter. What does the big bad wolf do? But he puts on granny's, like outfit, her bonnet and her outfit and everything to disguise itself. But it's almost like it sees through another's eyes. Is it not at grandma's house and it sees you through another set of eyes? So odd, right? Like, I'm trying to, okay, so how could this be real? How could someone know that a particular blessing is going to cause you to I want to say, it's almost like a beautiful way to share too. Like, oh, I know this person would just do this. If Cancer had this big basket of bread, I know how much they like their granny. They're going to take the bread and they're going to share it with their granny. They're going to go to grandma's house and share it with her. What path Cancer takes to get there is irrelevant because grandma's house is the destination. So that doesn't matter. What I need to be prepared, where I need to be prepared as at grandma's house. But yet this energy does not appear at grandma's house. This energy sees you through another's eyes. So it could be another person. Again, I'm telling you, it does feel covert. This person is hunting you. I want to say manifesting you. Manifesting you. Okay, looking through another's eyes, I feel like that's either like somebody else seeing something and then getting back to them and telling them for a second finger. And then the other way I feel like it could be remote viewing. It could be something like that. It could be something seen in a dream. And then I also want to say like it could also be like cameras. So I don't know. But you got at grandma's house. What is grandma's house? Grandma's house is someplace. But it doesn't matter which way you go to get there. We need the goddesses. I mean, it's fascinating. This energy knows how you would behave. This energy knows how you would react. And I want to say this energy knows that through the better parts of you, right? Because it's receiving a blessing with the Rainmaker and then doing the most beautiful thing you can with it. Because if this energy didn't know you in that way, they could just send you an anonymous basket of bread and muffins. You could just sit at home and eat it, right? Like, it's gonna do it. But it's like this energy knows, oh, I know Cancer will share this. I know they will. And I know exactly who they'll share it with. It doesn't matter what road they go down, because I know where they're going and I know what they'll do with this. So this energy knows you. Oh, I hope I'm not doing something like that. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I'm being told to say it because some of you might become suspicious of someone that's close to you as you get close to your birthday. Somebody could, like, this could be something like that. Like somebody could be planning a surprise party for you. This, like, okay, so that makes sense, right? Like somebody's not acting themselves, or somebody's doing something in a very covert way that would feel like, well, why do you got to do it like that? Because that doesn't feel right. No, it's for you though. So it isn't like the big bad wolf, but it is that story, like kind of how it plays. If the big bad wolf had sent the bread and the muffins to Little Red Riding Hood, no, I know they're going to go to grandma's house. That's how I can get Little Red Riding Hood. But it's kind of like that too. Like I came in and I didn't want to say anything, but I was sort of given permission to say it. So, because some of you might kind of forget it, or you might just, it's a little bit like if you have a supernatural experience and then 3 months later, you think about that thinking, oh, that supernatural experience was kind of guiding me to this moment in time here. You can discount it because you're not in it. You're suddenly like grounded in the 3D, and it just takes a bit of that supernatural reality away. So I'm being told like it won't, in a sense, destroy the surprise for you. It could be like an anniversary. It could be a birthday, an accomplishment. Yeah. But it's almost like a surprise. Okay, so that feels a little bit better. And again, this person does it because they know. You know, too, because it could be how to lead you somewhere. Oh, shit. Why is this coming out? Because you might not go. That's why. That's what I'm hearing. Why wouldn't... I don't know. It's kind of like, let's say you're close with your mom and your mom loves butter tarts. And if you had a ton of butter tarts, like people close to you know you wouldn't sit at home and eat them all because you're always fighting with your weight, or, you're just not going to sit home and eat all those butter tarts. You're going to share them with your mom. So you're going to go it's an excuse to go and visit your mom. It's like that. So they would send butter tarts, or they would happen to bring, look, it was on sale at the grocery store, at Costco. It's a tray. It's not a forklift. What are those things that those, a pallet. It's a pallet of butter tarts. Shit, I'm not going to eat all those butter tarts. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to my mom's. I'm going to take her some butter tarts. We'll sit and have tea and I'll catch up with her. Get you to your mom's house. That's what I'm saying here. Like, there's something like that. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? But I did a reading once before. It was a private reading for somebody. And in the reading, it was coming out to me. Actually, no, you've been in here enough. That's enough. You can't keep distracting the reading, Larry. You can't. She actually wanted the reading because she was worried about her boyfriend. They were really close and he had suddenly become distant and she didn't know what was going on. So I did the reading and it was very apparent that he was, I love you, but you're a spotlight stealer. Not that I need the spotlight, but I'm trying to convey information to Cancer. And he was actually planning to ask her to marry him. And so he was like, I guess he was afraid he would give things away. So he was becoming kind of distant. And I think it was 2 months after the reading, she got back to me and she said, oh my God, there was so many things that you said that didn't make sense at the time. And I divulged that he was planning something special for her and I couldn't get into it too much, but I just wanted her to know that everything was going to be okay. Like from what the cards were telling me and in the reading, it is. And like there was a lot of nonchalant sort of stuff, but it gave her peace. And he wrote a song for her. So he was writing a song. That's why he was also distant, because he was spending more time on his own to try to put this song together. I think he played the guitar or something like that. And so he, was writing the music and the lyrics to it. And, he couldn't afford big fancy ring. I don't remember what he got her. But then he also planned like this 2-day, like just kind of like a weekend away at a little place. And that's where he proposed. And she was like, oh my God. But it was sort of like, that's like what this reading is. It's something really special. It's not bad, even though it feels weird. Like, why is this happening? So I don't know. The goddess that comes out with the Rainmaker is Revelation. The Beauty Way is Water, and the Hunter is Radical Acceptance. Oh, Lord. Somebody's setting something up for you, Cancer. The blessing is a revelation. So it's some sort of information that you gain, and this information is a blessing to you. So it's knowledge. No. Well, I don't want to say no, but no. Now I see this held in their hands, like seeing. The Hunter is working right now. The Hunter is working right now. There's something going on with you. You're a blessing to someone, but there is also a blessing that comes to you. And this is like seeing this blessing. It could be like revealing some sort of a blessing to you as well. But I feel like the Hunter works right now to pull you in this very unusual way. The Beauty Way and Water. That's quite significant too, right? Because we have this lotus that's coming up and it comes out of the water. And it is, the dragonfly to me is always like sort of starting to transcend illusions. It's starting to see through things, but it's not fully seen. And the water is still something that does, cause reflections to occur. You can only see so deep into it depending on the environment in any given day. Yeah, but it's some sort of revelation. I don't know, dude. There's a bit of a sense here, like a surprise party, Cancer. The Hunter and Radical Acceptance. That's intriguing. So this radical acceptance with the hunter, I feel like because they couldn't get you there otherwise. So if it's even just sort of like the feeling of like a surprise party, and it doesn't have to be that. For some of you, I think it is, but it doesn't. It's just somehow getting you somewhere to see something in an indirect way that you would otherwise not go towards it to see. But the intention is good. So I'm really getting that the intention is good. A devoted alliance, new beginnings, generosity, adaptability. Adapting, generosity. So this is sort of changing where you give parts of yourself, where you invest yourself, how you do that. A new beginning of a devoted alliance. That's fascinating. So it's almost like Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf coming together and like, you know, we could do some shit here together. Yeah, you're pretty devious and I'm pretty nice. We combine that. We could do good things. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. Adapting your generosity. So there is an adaptation of your generosity here. Certainly with how this is, like, you know, like the receiving a blessing, and that causes you to go down a particular, any road really. You can take any road to get there, but they know where you're going. The hunter knows where you're going. It could be based on a revelation that they have. And then this new beginning is about a devoted alliance. That's quite beautiful. And if Larry would give up some of the table, we could go do the extended. In the extended, we're working with the whole fairy deck in terms of, I'm going to pull out a card to see what fairy is coming forward to speak to you. And then we're just going to keep that reading open and see where it goes. Thank you so much, Cancer. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.